Greetings, fellow travelers. Welcome on in. This is the RPG Cave level 208. I am one of your hosts, the level 299 human necromancer, Ryan Durford, and I am joined, as always, by the level 299 elf hex machinist, Dr. Garret Ryan. How's it going, Garret?
Good, Ryan. It's 2026. We're here.
Yes.
New year. Here. It's we made it.
I stuck the landing too. I was so worried about messing up the
flipping
intro.
around. You were jumping all over the place, but you stick the landing.
We got there. I mean, I got an email like right while the intro was going, so I was reading it and I was like, oh well, that's fun, but we'll get into that. That's not an RPG email. Okay. So that's why I was a little distracted. I was like, oh no, how do I even start the show? I almost forgot.
I thought you forgot my class name, and for a second I did too. I was like, wait, what am I again?
You forgot that you're a hex machinist, Garret. Yeah, you had a giant backstory.
Yeah, giant backstory. I'm a forgetful person. I forget a lot of details.
Same.
Things.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're here. Right?
Yeah, I can't believe we're back. Like it's been a month, like a whole month. Since the last time we did this.
Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Clearly, it's because you spotted that avatar. Magic.
Oh yeah. Well, it's kind of out of scope a little bit.
Well, yeah. I'm too far away from it for it to really be like, because right above it I have like the Final Fantasy 1 Magic the Gathering box up there as well.
Good stuff.
Yeah. I've got Magic the Gathering is slowly invading the shelf behind me.
Is it like encroaching? Like let's give up the video game stuff. Here's the Magic stuff.
Yes.
Coming up. All right.
Clearly.
Good.
It all started with this Y'shtola Final Fantasy 14 deck that's up there. And then,
so I'm curious, what did you get from Avatar Magic?
So I got a bunch of cards. The binder's not anywhere near me, but
no, it's fine. I'm just
because I got the Commander pack, which came with like Commander specific cards, because it comes with like 2 of 20 random promos. I of course got the worst ones because I got Gamble and this other like one that's like Fog. I'm blanking on the name of it, but I like, because the one I really wanted was like Fierce Guardianship or Deflecting SWAT, because those are the best cards. But it is what it is. I got what I got. Whereas again, like I also opened up there the Chocobo pack, the Final Fantasy Chocobo pack, over the holidays, and that gave me the cards I wanted because it gave me the Final Fantasy 14 Scholar edition of the Snapcaster Mage, which is like a $500 card now. Wow. But I'll never sell it because it's like it's the class I play in Final Fantasy 14 in card form. It's the only one they did with a Scholar on it. So
yeah, I guess you're gonna keep it.
I'm keeping that. That's like
are you gonna like put it in a deck? Or are you gonna like put it in a sleeve, maybe grade it later on? Like what's your thing with
it? I don't do the grading thing.
Okay, the grading thing is off.
It's in a sleeve in my binder right now.
Okay, good.
I don't know if I'll play with it or not. I like, the main thing is that I just want to have it in the collection. It's gonna, and we'll kind of figure out where to kind of go from there.
Sounds good.
But yeah. How are your holidays, by the way, Garret?
It was good. Yeah. It was pretty chill. We can, like, I don't know if we want to get into my things yet. I got a lot of different things I want to talk about.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's why I didn't ask about certain things that happened, of course.
Yeah.
Because I knew we were going to get into your things. Well, first, you know what? Before we do that, let's just get the housekeeping out of the way, Garret.
Let's do it.
Let's just get into that, and then we'll jump right into your things and talk about the holidays. So, of course, we have the Carpool Gaming Fantasy Critic 2026 season is about to start. You and I are both competing this year, Garret.
Yeah, and I'm going to beat you.
Jeez, call me out already, Garret. We haven't even drafted yet, and you're already just like you're calling your shot here.
Yeah.
To be fair, I also get pretty competitive about Fantasy Critics, so I mean, you're talking to a multi-year league champion in the Carpool League. So
a multi-year champion.
I didn't win last year, but I won the year before. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might get some more competition in the Carpool Gaming League. So
I mean, Hambone Jonny actually is really good too.
Hambone Jonny gave me a run for my literal money in the PSVG League because he got into second place and he was not that far away from me. I was comfortably in first place for like the second half of the year, And then he caught up. He was only 10 points behind me at the end. I was like, dang, you did pretty
and
good.
Also because I'm looking at our league, because we of course are competing in League B of the Fantasy Critic League here at Carpool. And we are also up against Kevin Ainsworth, who's also pretty good too.
Oh, great.
We're also against Stingray X, Gaming Daryl, and then Panatic Giant, who I believe is newer to the Discord. So that's interesting. And of course,
maybe a new person will win. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Either way, of course, Fantasy Critic is, of course, super fun. It's easy to do. Yes. It's free to join if you are interested in joining. You have the rest of the week if you are interested. Of course, our Fantasy Critic draft dates are coming up this week. So Friday for League A will be happening after the Xbox Drive at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then League B, which of course we're part of, will actually be happening after RPG Cave next weekend. So 1 p.m. Eastern next week. Please be excited for that. If you're interested in joining, of course, we have events set up in our Discord, which the Discord is also free to join. If you're not a member already, just click the link in the description of the podcast from wherever you listen. And if you go to the events page, you'll see it there. Or also, we have a Fantasy Critic channel. And in the general Fantasy Critic channel, there's the ways to sign up if you are interested in signing up and you haven't done so already. So go check that out as well. And if you're interested in competing against Garret and I, sign up for League B, because we're gonna have a fun year this year. So
yeah, we're gonna have a fun year. If people thinking about, what is Fantasy Critic? Imagine it's a fantasy football but in video game format.
Exactly.
That's all it is. It's completely free to join. And then throughout the year, we kind of bet on games that we think is gonna review critically really well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And likewise, you can counter pick people's picks if you think a game isn't coming out this year, or if it's not going to review very well, which happens sometimes too.
The rules are straightforward. You can look it up on the Fantasy Critic game website and going through all the different rules. But if you have any questions, you can reach out to us as well.
Yeah, that too.
We played it many times.
Exactly. Of course, as well, we got a brand new Patreon support over the holidays. Shout out to BMox for joining the exclusive tier. Shout out to BMox for that.
Shout out to BMox.
Yeah. Also, speaking of Patreon content on that exclusive tier, there's lots of it. So stick with me here. Of course, I am kicking off this year's Pants rotation for the Pants Patreon podcast for Patrons podcast. My episode will be out tomorrow. So you can go check that out on the podcast feed. If you're watching, the live feed, of course. If you're listening on audio feeds, it's already out. Just go to Patreon, go check it out. I talk a lot because I've mentioned a couple times that, about, some health stuff I've had going on, and people have wondered what's going on. So I actually do a deep dive on that on Patreon if you are interested in hearing more about that there. And then Mitch is up next. So his question post will go up on Monday. If you have questions for the Mitch Power, you can definitely leave him questions for that on the question post on Monday. We also have a January episode of Sweet Hangs that came out yesterday. So check that out with Sean and Donnie. We had 2 podcasts come up on the GUI's feed over the holidays. Of course, the games of our year, which I guess actually on this show, we haven't really talked about the GUI's feed at all because it didn't launch. It hadn't launched by the last time we had done the episode, episode, Gareth. So the GUI's feed is our game of the year podcast. It's brand new. It's on free feeds. All the content will also appear on the YouTube channel as well. But if you just search for GUI's on your GOOYS on your podcast platform of choice, you will find the GUI's podcast feed. The games of our year is what the GUI's stand for, of course. So we not only had our game of the year special appear there, we also had Fee, myself, and Sean do our 2026 wheel spins, which of course were things that we unlocked during Extra Life this year, where the first 3 games of the year for Fee, Sean, and I were determined by wheel. So you go learn about that there. And we also did the Goonies. I have to laugh a little because these acronyms are out of
Goonies. It gets insane. But
the games of our next year, which you and I both were on, Garrett,
yes,
as well as other folks, where we talked about the games we were most excited for coming out this year as well. So of course that went live on Patreon and free feeds this week. So make sure to go check that out as well. And then a brand new episode of the Indie Van is also out as well. I believe I wanted to highlight this as well because it's the first time Mini Indie Van has been on YouTube. Like there's a video version of Mini Indie Van as well. So whether you you listen to it on the podcast feed or on the YouTube side of things, you can go check it out wherever you feel like checking out Fulia's content.
Nice.
Last couple notes here as well. The current Backtrackers game is Promise Mascot Agency.
Oh, I heard of that one. Yeah.
They're meeting up on January 17th at 11 a.m. So next Saturday. And then the current Book Crafters theme is New Year, New You, new author / genre, new Discord channel, starting on January 24th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So those, of course, are the Book Crafters is our like arts and crafts kind of monthly meetup, and then the Backtrackers is kind of our monthly book club, a video game book club that is in the Discord.
We got a lot of stuff going on, Ryan.
Both are free to join. Yeah, I have a lot to wrap my head around here. So yeah,
it's the new year.
Well, yeah, exactly. This happens every year, kind of when we get back into the swing of things.
Getting back into it.
Yeah. But anyways, Garrett, now that we've got all the housekeeping out of the way,
we did it.
Let's transition to your things where I'm sure we'll probably talking about your own real life housekeeping.
Yes, my real life housekeeping. Yeah. So when was the last time we did a recording? It was
December 3rd.
December 3rd.
You were in Dallas.
I was still in Dallas. My goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah, this was before the big move.
Yeah, okay. So I came back to San Francisco December 7th.
Yep.
Or something like that. And in 3 days, I had to move from the apartment over to our new home here. And we packed all the boxes, and then we moved that Saturday. We hired movers, of course, for the bigger furniture.
Well, even just for that table, like the marble table, like
a marble table, my goodness. And the movers were struggling, man. Like I felt for them. It was like 3 people just like trying to haul this marble table up the stairs. It's just like, man, I feel for you, because I did that not too long ago, and it was rough.
Oh, yeah.
But they were very professional, and they got our furniture up. It was really nice to have movers.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. It's totally worth it if you have bigger pieces of furniture. They need to get done quick, and you don't need to kill your back or bring friends over, rent a U. When you do all of that stuff, the price of having movers is about the same.
Yeah.
Just basically. So
I was just going to say, because like I also am moving in March. Because the last time we talked, it was going to be February, but I've actually kind of delayed it a month. And I've already been looking at that where I think I'm going to go that route this time too. And it's not because I actually have gigantic stuff. It's mostly because I actually, most of the people in my family are now like much older, like in their 60s and stuff. So like, we don't want to be carrying a bunch of stuff. Like, I think it'll be better this year to kind of do moves. Especially, it's good to know from you that it turns out to be about the same price, because that's what I'm finding too. Honestly, like if I'm renting a kind of a moving service that has their own truck, it's actually like probably just as expensive as me renting the truck and then getting movers from like U-Haul or something.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you have a service like that, it's pretty good. And like you make sure, you pack all your stuff, you buy all your boxes, and you tape it up yourself. But they are just like, once you have it packed up and everything, it is very quick. So anyways, I did that. It was a very high stressed environment. I couldn't make it to the GUIs that Sunday recording, just because I just had so many things to do. But after that, it's nice to be here. I had to do a lot of housekeeping stuff, of course, around the place. And then I had a break from work as well, which is nice. I get between Christmas and New Year's off. So I played some games, and then I also, again, I did a lot of chores around the place just to make sure everything was in order. I actually, one of the big things I had to do is seal grout. I don't know if you ever done that before. I
haven't had a house in like, or I haven't lived in a house since like 2009. So
Yeah. So basically, it's just this chemical stuff. I don't know, like sealant that you have to put in your grout in like the bathroom tiles, the kitchen backsplash, and the showers or whatever. Because if you have any moisture in the grout, the the grout will absorb it. It's
mhm.
cement based, so it'll absorb it, and then it'll get smelly and sticky, and it's not good. So I had to go through each of the rooms, the kitchen backsplash, and put a nasty chemical everywhere, which was so great.
Yeah, that sounds
um,
lovely, Garrett.
we have to get furniture, so we already got some furniture, but we still need to get a dining table. We still need to get a bed frame, but we got the minimum, the bare minimum stuff. So, and of course, you see this office this is a brand new office
Yeah.
here, and it's empty. You see all the stuff on the floor. So,
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say I see some bags and stuff, but that's about it. Yeah.
mhm. So I need to get a bookshelf in the back. I was curious, like we're gonna go to some outlet stores today just
Sure.
to feel around some furniture, but I looked up and people are like, we get the Billy bookcase from IKEA, and it's really good. It's like very simple to assemble, so I may go that route and
That's what I
get.
have. Like, because first
Okay.
of all, these shelves behind me are from IKEA, and they were
Yeah.
again very simple. But then I also have Billy bookcases in my bedroom that have like all my 4Ks on them and all of my PS2 and GameCube games on them,
Got
and
it.
they're all Billy bookcases from IKEA. So
Yeah. And they seem to be, it's simple, straightforward, and easy to display. So
they also hold a
I'm
lot of stuff.
Yeah. Do you attach the bookcase to the wall, or do you just leave it loose?
So I think it kind of depends on if you're in your own house, I would attach it to the wall.
Yeah.
In an apartment, you try and get away with it if you can to not attach it to the wall.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Because so I currently don't have mine attached to the wall.
Hmm.
Because they actually stand okay without it. The main
Okay.
thing is you just have to like be careful about how you balance the weight, where you have like the
Yeah, you
heavier
don't want
stuff
to.
towards the bottom and the lighter
Yeah.
stuff towards the top.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could definitely go either way. But I mean, it's your own house. Like, why
You
not just
might as well. Yeah.
right? Might as well, especially if you don't plan on moving them, right? Like if they're just
Yeah.
not going anywhere, you might as well just attach them just for that extra safety, right? Like that
Hmm.
extra safety.
Yeah,
Then
definitely.
honestly, you could put like whatever crap you want on your shelf at that point.
Yeah. Sounds good. So we're doing that. Um, yeah. Other than that, it's been going good moving in. So,
Nice.
yeah, and we're just down the block from our previous place, so I had to like several trips between with 4 boxes, just carry some stuff, bring
Yeah.
it over, and come back. It was a whole thing, but
That's
we
good
made.
that it's not like too far away though, in case
Mhm.
for when you had to do that though, right? Like,
Yeah, it's I didn't have to do all one move. Let's move over. It was like I don't know,
yeah,
like 8 or 9 trips or something like
yeah, you
that.
could
So,
space it out a bit. Yeah.
thing number two, Ryan,
Yep.
I built a PC.
You did. We watched you build a PC in the Discord.
I was live on Discord building a PC. It was the most jankiest setup. I literally had my laptop like or to the left attached to this monitor that I'm recording from. I shifted it all the way to lengthwise just to show the PC and all of its glory. And then from motherboard all the way to the finishing product, I built the PC. And thank goodness I did that because Ribo really helped me out
Yeah.
on all the different tips and tricks. And this actually case was a bit of a pain, just because it was like there were certain pins that were separated,
Mhm.
which normally they were attached together. And I made the mistake of, well, not the mistake. I chose to put the motherboard in the case before I wired everything. And if you do that, it's going to be a pain to plug in all the things in the motherboard and the wiring. So, and I don't have a fixture light yet in this room. So I did it at night in the dark, and I had just
Oh
a
my
light
god.
off to the side. So I had to bring in my phone and phone light. And I was like, going into like my deep dark PC case, and I had like one pin connectors trying to like, go exactly where it is. So bit of
Jesus.
a struggle, but you know what? We made it, Ryan.
You made it.
We got the CPU fan cooler in there. We did some troubleshooting at the end. There was something wrong with the GPU and the RAM. Thank goodness I didn't break anything, especially the RAM, especially the GPU.
Oh God, yeah. Imagine trying to buy that stuff now.
Oh, I can't imagine that. Yeah. We went to Micro Center to get a lot of our the rest of my parts that I was missing. Great bundles, great prices. It's still going on. Like I see some good bundles there for like a CPU, motherboard, and whatever. So, anyways, I got the PC built. I ran Windows on it. I put so I had a SSD provided by work. It was labeled bad drive.
Amazing.
And lo and behold, it works just fine. So
lo and behold, it wasn't a bad drive after all.
Yeah, I just wiped it, put a new Windows key into it, and there we go. We're off to the races, man. This
Nice.
PC, I can put in like I'm running games, and I'm like, I don't need to worry about anything about this unless it's like an unstable PC game that everyone knows. So, anyways, even at that, I can brute force it most of the time. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. That sounds awesome. In fact, I think you picked like the perfect time to get a new PC because of the fact that like you got it just before all the prices went like skyrocketing.
Oh, the RAM already went up. I should have gotten the RAM like back in August last year.
Sure, but like it's even worse now than when you bought it.
It's getting worse and worse. So, good luck getting new PC parts. Good luck getting new RAM. Good luck getting new consoles in the near future. It's gonna be great.
I was gonna say, like, did you see the leaked price of the Steam machine?
I did, but Donnie investigated a little bit more, and it seems like that price is a false.
I feel like it's a placeholder price.
Yeah. People are like freaking out that Steam machine's gonna be $1,000, which
$1,000.
Yeah,
I can't even imagine in Canadian dollary dues.
Yeah, 1,000 USD is a little much. I would be like, I don't think you're gonna sell that much. At that price.
I was gonna say, go ask Xbox how that strategy is going.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so. Or even the PlayStation 5 Pro at this point, because like I don't even think that's selling super well. Right. So
cool. So I got my PC and I got my consoles here. I'm curious what I'm gonna do with my consoles because like I could get like. Once we get a new TV in the living room, I might grab the old TV and like set it down here and then have a little like, I don't know, area to sit down and play games from a console.
Sure.
That's probably the ideal setup to do. But if that's not going to be the option, I don't know how much I'm going to play those two. I mean, maybe the Xbox just to keep, because there's certainly games on the Xbox I cannot play on PC or PlayStation. On the PlayStation, I don't have all their games. I don't have like a PlayStation 3 game, so it's like, what's the point of having a PS5 if all the games that I have can be on PC or other means? So
you especially if you wait long enough too, because I also know too, like you don't play all the PlayStation first party games anyways, or if you do, they're not at launch, right? Like you'll get to them eventually if you do play them. So and by the time you get to them, they're usually on PC.
They'll be on PC. So
yeah.
Anyways, that's pretty much with the PC. I'm very excited for it. All right, let's get through this, Ryan. Thing number three. I have Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I grabbed from my old place. I had these Yu-Gi-Oh cards for a while, since high school. So this was before the I don't know what the black cards are called. But I don't even have any black cards. The white cards, I have very little synchro monsters.
Right.
But it's basically all the way up to like 2010.
Right. So it was probably like all of the older, like first, like all the stuff based off like the first 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, the first 2 basically, and
like
maybe a
up to
little
Yu-Gi-Oh
bit of
GX.
Yu-Gi-Oh GX, and then you get whatever the third one was.
Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds, Garrett. That was the one where it was card 5Ds. Games on motorcycles.
Yes. Now I remember that.
Because that was the one that introduced synchro summons, because they didn't have that before that. So that would explain why you don't have synchro summon cards.
I have like 2 or 3 of them.
Right.
And then so anyways, I've been going through all of my like like hollow cards
Mhm.
and going to price charting and then putting those cards value into price charting just to see, oh, what's the estimate, what's the average value or whatever.
Yep.
I'm about 40% through my cards and they're valued at like $580 or something like that.
Damn, son, that's pretty good.
Yeah, ungraded. Um, but it's a value of based on average of eBay prices,
Yeah.
like when I'm curious, Ryan, what's your familiarity with like selling these cards, like in general? Like, do you go to a card shop and sell them individually, or what's
Believe it or not, I
Mhm.
don't do the eBay thing with my cards.
The eBay
And
thing? Yes.
I
Okay.
could maybe eke out a little more money doing that, but honestly, I just go to my local card shop because
Okay.
they give me a pretty good rate, but obviously they don't you don't make nearly as much if you go to
Yeah.
a card shop as opposed to eBay. But at the same time, what ends up happening with eBay, and this happens because I live in Canada, is that the shipping costs, even
Oh
for
yeah.
like a very small package, are pretty high,
Oh yeah.
and it's hard to actually sell cards where I'm asking for 25 Canadian dollars for shipping costs to people,
That makes sense.
right?
Yeah.
Like that,
Mhm.
especially if the cards are worth $3 or $5, right?
Yeah, like if
Like
they're
if
at
it's
that low
incremental.
value,
Yeah, it'd
that
be
makes
different
sense.
if there was like a really like if I was going to sell that Snapcaster Mage that I told you about,
Mhm.
the card that's like $500 that I have.
Mhm.
If I was going to sell that, I might go the eBay route for that one
Yeah.
card
Yeah.
because it makes more sense to do so with a card with gigantic value like that. But honestly, if I've got like a collection of cards, I might go to my local game store and item them out. And the nice thing is too is that most local game stores have like an online buy list that you can go to, where you then kind of put in the cards that you have, and then
Okay.
it spits out a price for you. And it'll also tell you really if they're not buying the card too, because
Oh, okay.
you
That's
might run
good.
into a situation where like they might not be buying specific cards even if it has value.
I understand. Okay, so that makes more sense. So
Yeah,
I may look up like card shop websites
yeah,
around the area
yeah.
and just see what is their price and then
Mhm.
if they're buying any. Okay, no, that's a good
Especially
good.
because again, you can price that out and kind of compare the prices between
Mhm.
shops too, and so like how to maximize the value by bringing it all to one place, right?
Yeah.
Or even you could split it up and bring things to separate places if you want to make multiple trips.
Mhm.
But yeah, like that, I've never actually been disappointed by bringing stuff to a local card shop and selling it that way.
Mhm.
It just saves so much of hassle,
Yeah.
and you're not getting eBay because when you also factor in the shipping cost, but also eBay's cut. Like you're not getting that full
Mm,
value anyways. So
yeah, it doesn't make
when
sense.
you
Okay.
factor all that in, like you might spend if you sold $500 worth of cards, you might lose $10 by bringing them to the local card shop, but it might be worth that
Yeah,
for the convenience.
I imagine. Yeah, again, this was just like an average value. I know it's like a plus or minus, really a minus 20%.
Yeah.
I
No,
think
I
it
would
just
only probably consider doing it if it was like if you had like something that's really expensive.
got it. I was looking through and like, of course, I have like the older Blue Eyes, White Dragon, and Dark Magician, and it's like,
Yep.
oh, do these worth any value? Apparently, very specific ones.
Yep.
So if it's like the first edition of the packs
Yep.
and it's ultra hollow, those are super expensive.
Yep.
They like go up to like like $200 ungraded and then like graded like astronomical. But I have the ones that are like $2 or $3.
Yep.
So I have one card that's 40
Yep.
ungraded. It's a little worn for its wear though. I wouldn't call it a $40 card.
No, we would
Um,
probably consider be like VP, like very played.
yeah.
Or HP, I guess sometimes they'll do highly played as like the grading on that.
But anyways, it's been nice going through these, and I'm surprised some cards are worth more than others just because it's a first edition or a limited edition. I just
Yeah.
never knew that was the case. Yu-Gi-Oh is very specific with that.
No, Magic's like that too.
Oh
If you
really?
get
Okay.
like certain printings of cards are
Yeah.
worth much more than others.
It's interesting. I was looking up one Yu-Gi-Oh card, Blade Knight,
Yep.
and it came from a 10, and like a tin can, like one of those where you buy a tin can and that's the
I literally have one down on the shelf on the bottom there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Apparently there was a misprint with that. So the misprint was that it was like a nice, like clean, like hollow, but what it's supposed to be is like this kind of pixelated, like ultra rare hollow sheen over it instead. And if you have like the clean hollow one, that's a misprint, and that's worth way more value than the not misprint. So I have the misprint one.
Interesting.
And it's worth now like $50 compared to it would have been like $2 or something.
I wonder if because that's the type of thing where misprints are the one time where it's like you may consider going the eBay route, because I find that a lot of local game stores don't pay more for misprints.
Okay.
But I'll obviously still check around, but I don't think
around.
so. Yeah.
All right, dude. I'm like into it. I just, I've had these cards for years, and I never, I had them at my dad's place for the past 4 years. So I just never look at them, never see them. So
no, if you're never going to use them, like I think you're going about it the right way, man.
Yeah. So hopefully I'll get some good money out of it. Maybe fun for a Switch 2.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Oh shit! I mean, there must be a reason why you'd want to Switch 2 all of a sudden, Garret.
No, I don't know. But we're like 30 minutes in, so maybe we have to start the actual show here.
That's true. Well, to be fair, the show has been going on. I mean, we only have one topic this week, of course.
We have one topic, yes.
Because we're going to now read from the sacred texts. Oh. Because we are going to do our big RPG 2026 preview, where of course, this is an annual tradition of ours, where we go through all the RPGs that are coming out this year and just, talk about what we're excited about and whatnot. And then we've got some questions from the community to kind of round things out. Now, Garret, you'll see in front of you a gigantic list of role-playing games.
Huge.
We're obviously not going to talk about all these. So
yeah, we're just gonna list them off.
We're just gonna kind of list some of them off. We'll talk. We can stop and talk about a few that we're interested in. But what we've got here is a bunch of stuff. So let's get into it. And first of all, lots of indie RPGs on here too, which I wasn't expecting. But the month of January is quite packed with role-playing games.
Yes.
So on the 15th, this week, The Legend of Heroes Trails Beyond the Horizon comes out for all those Trails fans. I actually played the demo for this. I thought it was okay.
My most anticipated RPG of the year. Did you know that, Ryan?
Clearly. You the biggest Trails fan on staff.
Of course. Yeah. I'm sure Kevin and the others are super excited.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is like the sequel to Trails to Daybreak. Trails from Daybreak. So next up on the 22nd, for y'all Switch 2 and Xbox owners, we got Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. Finally coming out to something other than PlayStation, finally. After 7 years. It came out 2019, y'all. It came out before COVID, just to let you know. When I first joined the Xbox Drive, Garret, in 2019, and Sean and I did our predictions. I did predictions 3 years in a row predicting this game would come to Xbox, and it never did. And it's finally coming to Xbox now, 7 years later. Which is just crazy to me. But
I'm curious about the Switch 2 version. I heard it's okay. I heard it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think the demo is okay. Like if you're fine playing it at 30 frames, which I think is totally serviceable for this game, then I don't see why not.
I have it on PS5. I need to play it.
The same day, we're getting Hermit and Pig, which apparently is a turn-based role-playing game where you play as an old man and a pig.
That's amazing. I looked this up, and it reminds me of Earthbound.
Yeah.
So much.
A little bit, yeah.
It looks quirky. It looks fun. It's turn-based. It looks like full character. So I'm curious about the reviews surrounding this game.
Next up, of course, January 23rd, the following day, Escape from Ever After. This is like a Mario, like a Paper Mario-like game.
Yeah. I looked that up too.
Yeah. I know a lot of people in our community are actually excited about this one. So it'll be interesting. I'm just not super into Paper Mario. So
I feel like now that we have the indie ban, we have a lot more indie RPGs on our radar.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look and scope it out. So
exactly.
Super cool.
Next up on the 28th of January, we're getting the 7 Deadly Sins Origin, which is based off an anime where you get to create your own character and be part of the 7 Deadly Sins world. It's fine.
Ryan's most anticipated RPG of the year.
Yes, clearly. It's up there with Various Day Life.
Up there with Various Day Life, yes.
Yeah. But on the same day, this one I'm actually like mildly interested in. Steel City Groove, which is a rhythm-based role-playing game.
Mm.
That's almost like DDR, the role-playing game.
I saw the slides. I saw the screenshots on the start page. Steel Century Groove.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah. And made by Sloth Gloss Games. I have it right in front of me. This is Dance Dance Revolution, the RPG with robots. So this is interesting, to say the least.
It seemed like an interesting combination. I'm definitely going to be keeping my eyes on that one. And then January 30th is actually a pretty cool day. We're getting Code Vein 2, which is like a Souls-like RPG. Very anime-like. I really liked the first one, actually, so I'm really interested in this one. And then we're getting a remake of Front Mission 3, which is like a mech strategy role-playing game from Square Enix.
Yeah, these ones have been coming and going, the Front Mission remake games. I'm hearing very mixed things with the remake, where it's not like entirely as good. I don't know. Have you heard anything with that for the first two?
Yeah, the first two, like, we haven't heard positive feedback. I'm interested to see how Front Mission 3 pans out, though, because I think that was
isn't that
like as we get to the PS2 era, because that's like the first PS2 Front Mission game. Maybe these will be a bit better, but
overall reviews mixed for this one. Interesting. Okay,
we'll see.
Anyways,
moving on. We just got a demo for this actually last week, but Dragon Quest VII Reimagined is coming out on February 5th. I think that's like one of the biggest RPGs, I think, of the year. Like, I think
for sure.
A lot of people are really excited about Dragon Quest VII.
Did you play the demo?
No, because I can't, because I am still beholden to the wheel at the moment.
Oh, okay. I played a little bit last night. It runs really well on Steam Deck. I'm sure it'll run great on Switch 2 as well. It reminds me of Dragon Quest Builders kind of art, view in format, more than anything, than any other style. So it's super cool. I actually now dig more of the art style in the that orthogonal isometric view of the game. Now it looks really good.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm excited to try out the demo at some point. Like, I'm on my third wheel game now, Garrett. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. And as soon as I'm done that, I can finally play other things. And I'm actually on like chapter 6, and there's 10 chapters in that game. So I think
you're getting through. Yeah. Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised actually if by the time the weekend's over, I'm done.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But
cool.
Yeah. Cool. But then the following day, I'm excited about this. Neo 3 comes out, because I played and finished both Neo 1 and 2 and really liked them. Again, they both this Neo and Code Vein are kind of like the Souls-like games that I actually like, where they're faster paced. They're not as much about like the slow kind of like methodical gameplay. Like they're like much closer to something like Ninja Gaiden, but less combo-y and more about, parrying and timing your dodges while also moving at a fast pace. So I'm actually pretty excited about Neo 3. I played the demo and really liked it too. So nice. This one is definitely higher on my radar. I don't know if I play it day one. I might wait for sale on this one.
Yeah.
But it is one I'm really interested in.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear you. I mean, like, I knew you were into the Ninja Gaiden games and Faster Arcade, but I didn't realize you were into both Code Vein and Neo.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more. I don't know. Would you say that they're like in the Venn diagram? They're clearly overlapping the third-person action game and the Soulsborne game, the Dark Souls game. It's kind of like both.
Yeah, I would imagine, like, especially Code Vein in particular is much more of like an action RPG that also happens to be a Souls-like game. Like it's like it's on literally on the line. Okay. Whereas and Neo 3 is a little bit more on the Souls line like vein than Code Vein is, but it's still like very close to that line too.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
But on February 10th, we are getting Eugenics.
Yeah, you need to look this up, Ryan.
I was going to say I didn't have this on my list, and I didn't. Somehow I missed this one. It's got a bunch of cats.
Yeah. It's basically like a cat strategy RPG with some like roguelike elements. It's by the developers of the Binding of Isaac.
Oh, that's right. I have heard about this one.
Yeah. Seth mentioned about it. I mentioned about it in the Goonies. It looks really good, Ryan. good strategy role-playing game, like tactics role-playing game, and then you have cats that have different traits, and then you basically you'll have like other cats that inherit those traits, and there's a lot of mixing and matching. It looks very like a very unique art style. It's of course kind of gross. That's just the Binding of Isaac style. Reminds me, but it really reminds me of like that late 90s early thousands grungy disgusting Cartoon Network type of style.
Like
it's
Cow and
nostalgic.
Chicken, or even like some of those like Nickelodeon shows like Rocko's Modern Life, or like
Invader
Duck Hunt or
Zim
something.
was a big one.
Yeah.
I can totally see that style, so I dig it. I'm into it, so I'll be paying attention, see how the reviews are for Mugenics.
Nice, man. Nice. Well, next up on February 20th, we're getting Ys 10 Proud Nordics. This is like the Persona 5 Royal version of Ys 10. I mean, I actually liked the demo for Ys 10, but like when I played the demo, Garrett, that's when they made the announcement that this version was coming out. So I was
funny.
Well, I'm not going to bother playing this, like the original version. I'm just going to wait if I had to play it at all.
Yeah, Kevin Ainsworth wasn't too happy with this announcement.
I can't imagine why.
Well, I think he just finished Ys 10, or like they announced this so early.
I remember it was like he rolled credits the same day they made this announcement.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing because they don't do that with Persona. Persona's like 2 years later or whatever. Here's Persona 5 Royal. This one was like 8 months later, we're gonna have the definitive version. So here you go.
And they announced it like literally like, and again, they don't make Atlas doesn't make those announcements about Persona when the original version is out. Like they wait.
It's super weird. So
yeah,
I'm glad the true definitive version of this game is finally coming out, and I cannot wait for a sale.
This one actually is on my list of games to play this year if it's on sale. Like I'm very interested.
I can see a Black Friday deal because it's still early in the year.
Yeah. I think that's a great time probably to pick that one up. And then on February 27th, probably the remake that no one asked for, Tales of Berseria Remastered, is coming out as part of the new the Tales Remastered line.
Yeah, of course,
because Tales of Berseria came out on PlayStation 4.
Yeah,
it's the newest Tales game behind Tales of Arise,
and it's on Steam.
A remastered version. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why they're doing this, but they did officially announce over the holidays, Garrett, that they will be doing other,
of course,
older Tales games that are older than what they've done already. Yeah. So we might finally get the PS2 ones or the PlayStation 1 Tales games at some point.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. It sounds like it.
Yeah.
Next up, on March 3rd, I'm getting ready to lose my life to this one. World of Warcraft Midnight is coming out, which is the next World of Warcraft expansion. This one actually looks pretty awesome. I'm actually pretty excited about it. So
yeah, good trailers, good new features on World of Warcraft. Okay.
Yeah, and also it's also like the second part of this big trilogy called like the World Soul Saga, which is like kind of like the Avengers Endgame equivalent of like the World of Warcraft story, going all the way back to like the original World of Warcraft story. So it's like they're doing a whole bunch of tie-ins, and they're kind of tying up a ton of loose ends in the story. So I'm actually like really excited to see where this one goes.
Is this the final DLC that they mentioned, or is there?
There's one more after this, because again, this is the middle entry in the trilogy.
I see.
So there will be one either end of next year or early 2028. Will be kind of the last one.
There we go, and we're at the end game.
Well, yeah, and we don't know if that's the end of World of Warcraft.
Yeah,
we just know that that's like the end of this, like basically the end of this current story. Yeah. Next up on March 13th, this one's I'm also excited about too. Monster Hunter Stories 3: Twisted Reflection. Comes out.
I'm excited about this one too. I really enjoyed the first two. Going through, I went through Monster Hunter Stories 2, believe it or not, on Switch 1.
Yeah, of course you did.
Which was a journey for sure. I don't think this one's coming out on Switch 1. This one's going to be a Switch 2 only.
I'm pretty sure. I'm looking it up while you talk, Garrett.
Yeah. So this one is more focused on like medieval times. It's like a Game of Thrones with Monster Hunter kind of mixed together. Whereas the second one was more island, tropical type of environment. I love the trailers of this game. It looks heavily story narrative driven. It looks very pretty. And then hopefully they'll just bring back the typical turn-based formula that they had in the first two games, and getting the eggs and making sure they get the monsters.
Yeah.
No, I'm very excited for Monster Hunter Stories 3.
Yeah. I'm actually, it actually makes me want to go back and play the other two.
It's great.
Before this comes out.
Yeah, they're both great. So
yeah.
Cool.
Next up on March 19th, a game that has been in development forever, and we heard about it like 8 years ago.
Yeah, crazy.
Crimson Desert is finally coming out. This is like the action RPG from the Black Desert MMO, which is they're like a Korean MMO. Their game is finally coming out. So, but it's single player only. This one, and it's an action RPG. I'm interested to see how this one reviews. I know a lot of people are psyched about this one, but they still haven't really showed us what the gameplay actually even is for this game yet.
They showed a little bit. They have some gameplay out, and they had impressions at Gamescom. They had insider people going into and playing the demo like in the middle of the game. It seems like they thought of pretty much any open world RPG element they can think of and mash it all together.
Yeah,
I hear it's going to be a ton of content.
I heard like they mentioned in interviews it's going to be at least 100 hours long. So
be prepared about this certain game if you want to dive into it. It's not a bite-sized RPG that you could just let me just play and then just finish off. It's like, no, this one's gonna take forever. But I think I'm more hesitant on this one just because we just don't know. As I think you allude to, it's like more like the lore, the story, or what was the motivation of your character. We really don't. They really just showed off mechanics.
Yeah,
and like.
Or the beautiful landscapes is what most of the trailers were.
Yeah.
Like the landscapes themselves, like showing how pretty this game is. But
anyway.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Also, to answer your question for earlier, Stories 3, not on Switch 1.
It is not on Switch 1. Yeah, it'll be a Switch 2, PS5, Series X, Steam.
Yeah, all the things. Next up, March 27th, Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection. These are like tactical role-playing games in the Mega Man style. I haven't played any of them. They were on the DS, and I missed this era of Mega Man. So
I missed this too. I have no idea what this is. So
yeah, they kind of play like Battle Network a little.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's kind of like their sequel series to Battle Network.
Yeah,
in a way.
But it was kind of like rebooted. So
cool.
I'm interested. And then we have to go all the way to April 28th for the next RPG release, Diablo 4: Lord of Hatred, the new expansion for Diablo 4. I'm actually pretty stoked about this. We've got, 2 new classes coming, one of them being Paladin, and we're finally going to get to take down Mephisto, because he's kind of been like the antagonist for like the base game in the first expansion. So I'm actually pretty excited about this when it finally comes out on April 28th.
Cool.
Getting more in Diablo 4. And final game that we have a confirmed release date for the year, Garrett. September 29th, Phantom Blade Zero, which is another Souls-like game.
Yes.
We've seen
by a Chinese developer. This is part of the China Hero project from Sony.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. But then, that's not all, Garrett. I made a list of TBD 2026 RPGs. So these are RPGs that the list that I made originally were games only who have confirmed the 2026 release date.
Yeah.
You added a couple in here, but we'll at least talk about them in this list here. So the games that we know have 2026 release dates are The Adventures of Elliot: The Millennium Tales, which
Very
is like
excited for that
Switch
game.
2 like HD2D game. I really love the demo. So I'm excited for the full game. I can't wait to play it.
It's also coming out on Steam as well. Yeah.
I thought it was I think it also is probably coming to PS5 at some point.
I think it's I think the demo.
It is. It's actually. I looked it up, Garrett. Actually, it's coming to everything.
It's coming to everything. Too. Okay, cool. But yeah, you're right. It's the HD2D game that's kind of there in the timeline for Switch 2.
Yeah. And it's like an action RPG too.
It is an action RPG,
which is like the first like HD2D action RPG,
which is cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Next up, The Blood of the Dawnwalker. which is like the vampire RPG. We talked about this during the Goonies, and I think this one looks pretty cool.
Ryan, I'm very excited for this one. It looks really good. I like the graphics itself. They look pretty amazing. I'm curious. I actually I really doubt it's coming out this year. And I really hope they don't release this too early. I'm curious how it'll run on PS5 and Series X, really, just because it looks graphically demanding.
Yeah,
it looks pretty hardcore, but
I'm sure it'll run fine on my PlayStation 5 Pro. But you're right; like they have to. If it's coming to Xbox, they'll have to somehow make it work on Series S.
Man, yeah, like I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but overall, this looks like it. It's made by Rebel Wolves, the people that actually was in the development for Witcher.
Yeah. Wait, it looks like a CD Projekt game.
Yeah, it really does, and but with vampires, so
yeah,
super cool.
The next question I have for you, Garrett, is this the year that Deca Police finally comes out?
I don't know, man.
Because they said it's coming out in 2026, but they also told us it was coming out in 2024. So
yeah, I saw it in 2022 or something like that. I don't even know.
It's been a really long time since the first time.
I hope so. It looked really cool, the initial showcase.
I remember this game looking really interesting.
It was in the Nintendo Direct, and it's like, this is gonna be a cool police-based like detective-based RPG, and I'm like, that
from level 5.
From level 5, and they've been really like kind of been quiet for like the past few years. They did that robot game, but only released in Japan.
Yeah,
and that's pretty much it. So, yeah, I'm very curious how if this is going to be released or not.
Yeah,
I'm hoping.
We'll see. We'll see if this is finally the year that Deca Police comes out. Deltarune Chapter 5 coming out later this year. Yeah. I'm still waiting until all the chapters for Deltarune are out, and I know we're getting 6 chapters. So I think next year is finally the time to play Deltarune, I think. Deus Ex Remastered, which was actually supposed to come out last year and got delayed to this year. I'm interested in checking this one out maybe at some point. We'll Fable, they keep saying it's coming out this year, but we're recording this for context. If people are listening to this episode later, before the Xbox Developer Direct, right? Which they did announce already that Fable is getting like a big gameplay reveal, like big deep dive on Fable at this Developer Direct.
You want to guess? Like, are they gonna do a release date in this?
100%. I think that this game, like a lot of people were skeptical about this game coming out this year, myself included. But the second I saw that this is like the headliner for the Developer Direct, and the track record with the Developer Directs is they don't usually show games at Developer Directs that aren't coming out in that year or aren't giving release dates. So I would imagine that this has a release date attached to it. Same with Forza, which is also, we're getting 2 Playground games at that thing, and they're both supposed to be coming out this year.
Popping out, man. That's really cool. Yeah, I'm very curious how Fable is going to be like. What is it going to be like? We've seen it so many times, and they just been delaying it. So yeah, it's finally coming around this year.
I think this is finally the year Fable comes out. Yeah. So next up, Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, which you and I both pretty excited about.
Yes.
I imagine this is like first half of the year from Nintendo. We'll probably get the release date at the first Nintendo Direct.
I hope there's a bundle with this one. I hope. Yeah. But I'm not. I don't expect it.
Yeah. They did it for Pokemon. I don't know.
They did it for Pokemon. Yeah.
Fire Emblem. We'll see. Next up, Lords of the Fallen 2.
Oh yeah.
Which people are excited about.
Our third most anticipated RPG of the year.
No. Third most anticipated RPG of the year is Mortal Shell 2.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, those are both soul likes. We're not super into those. We're next one, I'm interested to see how this one pans out from an indie studio, Parasite Mutant, which is the Parasite Eve like spiritual successor game, which also just got a demo on Steam.
That's what I heard. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I downloaded it, but again, I am beholden to the wheel. I am waiting until I'm finished Grand Blue before I jump into this.
But I'll definitely do go through this demo. See how it goes.
I want to try and play it for next week's show. And make some time for it once I'm done Grand Blue, because I'm again super stoked for that game. I love Parasite Eve. People know this. I mean, we both actually like that game a lot.
Yeah, I really like that.
And we've seen nothing like that. This is the first game we've seen someone do something like it.
It looks so good. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's play the demo next week.
Yeah. Next up, Samurai Pizza Cats Blast from the Past, of course.
My goodness.
Samurai Pizza Cats is this old cartoon that I used to watch when I was a kid. Getting a modern day cell shaded action RPG where he plays the Samurai Pizza Cats. I'm actually stoked for this one too. I think it looks great.
I'm happy for you.
Yep. And then next up, we got Trails in the Sky second chapter. So the sequel to Trails in the Sky first chapter coming out later this year.
They just announced it and they're like, yeah, it's coming out.
Yep.
Pretty soon. Inevitable. So.
Yep. And then Witchbrook, which is the witchy role-playing game, which has been delayed. Also kind of like Deca Police, where like we heard about this one a long time ago too, and it's kind of been kicked down the can a few times.
Yeah. Don't they have a release date now or do they not?
I'm pretty sure it's still 2026.
Okay. I thought it was a release date too. No, you're right. 2026. And this is by Chucklefish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked really cool seeing the trailer and the demo. It looks like a good cozy game. So, anyways.
Yep. One I forgot to. I'm going to skip over this one here. I'll put this.
Yeah, sure. You can skip.
One that I forgot had a 2026 release date, but you reminded me, Garrett. The Dustbloods.
The Dustbloods.
From Software. The From Software exclusive Switch 2 game.
That might be multiplayer, right?
That might be well. No, they said it's multiplayer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is multiplayer. Isn't that great? It looked like, honestly, I was freaking out being Bloodborne 2 or something along the lines of that. Yeah, we'll see how this one goes.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. And then the last thing that has a confirmed 2026 release date, but not a name, the unannounced Final Fantasy 14 expansion.
They were like, there's going to be an expansion. It's going to be this year.
Yeah. We actually just got the patch for Final Fantasy 14 this week that is kind of like teeing that up a little bit.
Okay.
So there will be a 14 showcase probably in the next 2 or 3 months. They usually do it February or March, but when they announce it, the expansion, and then it'll be out by the time the year's over. So, which I'm again super stoked to see where they go with the story after Dawn Trail. As a huge 14 fan. So the other two that could come out this year, we don't know. Persona 4 Revival. I didn't have this system on my list initially because they didn't get a release date for this one. And I still think this is still pretty early in development. I think that this might be a next year game. But you never know. The Atlas could surprise us. It could be out this year.
Yeah, I'm curious what they could release this year. Because last year they had the Raito remastered game, and then I feel like they just have at least one game a year releasing. So
we could also have like a new like remastered game release. Like we kept hearing actually for a while, I think there were rumors about this a couple months ago about like a Persona 1 and 2 remaster.
It would be great. And the anniversary's here. It's like this year. So
yeah, like I think that's more likely than Persona 4 coming out this year, I think.
Yeah, I feel like Persona 4 Revival was like, we need something. Let's just throw in a trailer of assets of the game. It looked pretty early. So
the other thing that I think we could possibly see is maybe not something Persona related at all, is but an Atlas release is I think Vanillaware's new game could be out this year too.
Oh,
which we talked about before.
Have they announced their new game? Or?
They haven't announced the new game, but like they tend to have like 2 or 3 year dev cycles on their games, and it's been actually quite a while since Unicorn Overlord came out. So
it's crazy, man.
I actually think that could be announced. I think that'll at least be announced this year, if not released this year. So that could be kind of like the other Atlas game that if nothing Persona related comes out this year, it might be Vanillaware's next game instead.
Okay.
This fall.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see what they do this year.
I also think there's a sneaky suspicion that they could also do another Persona Tactics game, like a sequel to Tactica.
Really?
Or something like that.
Yeah, it's an anniversary year. I'm just very curious. The Persona 1 and 2 seems to be a pretty cool idea.
Yeah.
Again, we just don't know too much now what they're doing, what they're making. Which is fine.
Yeah.
I'm curious if they're gonna announce Persona 6 at a Japan concert or something like that this year.
Yeah, I think this year we definitely get, I say definitely.
I would hope.
I would hope, and I believe we will get that Persona 6 announcement of some kind this year.
Yeah, I would hope, man. Do you think that one is more into development than Persona 4 Revival?
No, I think Persona 6 is probably 2028.
I see. Okay, you think it's really much.
I think Revival is coming out next year.
Okay.
If I was to guess.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I also think, because this year I could see like Persona 1 getting a re-release of some kind with like
that would be nice,
like a remastered version, or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Cool. We'll see.
Sounds good.
And then finally, Garrett, Witcher DLC rumors for Witcher 3 getting an expansion 10 years after the game came out. Or 11.
Listen, Ryan, let me clasp for hope on this one.
Okay.
If there's any possibility of an expansion in Witcher 3, I'm telling you, Ryan, I'm dropping everything and I'm gonna do a full replay of Witcher 3.
It's happening.
And going through it on PC, and then I'm gonna go through this expansion like crazy. This is for me. This is not for any. It's for the Witcher 3 fans specifically. Man, can you believe it? 10 years later, they would have a DLC. I mean, they did it with Borderlands 2,
they did do it with Borderlands 2. I remember that. Yeah. It was so weird that they had released an expansion for it like 10 years after.
Yeah. It would be a bold move. But I think CD Projekt Red, I think they're bold enough that they would do it. So
they might.
Witcher 3 DLC rumors I would go crazy. If that was at I don't know, whatever direct or presentation, I'll go.
I think that would be a really good stopgap for people waiting for Witcher 4 is to do like an expansion like that.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see how that goes. But that is everything that is coming out as far as we know in the year of 2026. I'm sure nothing will get delayed. That's not how.
I'm sure nothing. Yeah, absolutely nothing. Everything's coming out this year.
Everything's
including
coming
Grand
out.
Theft Auto 6. It's coming out this year.
Yes. That's going to be a fun.
Why don't you bet on that in Polymarket?
Yeah. I feel like that's going to be an interesting one for us for Fantasy Critic this year, Garrett. Who drafts Grand Theft Auto 6? Who is bold enough to draft
Last year I did, and I still won my league. It was pretty funny.
Well, la-dee-dog, Garrett, okay? I was hoping Metroid Prime 4 would bring me to victory, and it didn't.
It did okay.
It did okay.
Yeah.
I also had 3 games last year, Garrett, that didn't get enough reviews to qualify.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I hate when you get one of those games where it's like it doesn't need at least like 5 or 10.
My favorite is I drafted Fate Extella, which is like which is a visual novel.
Right.
It got 395 reviews.
Oh man,
and didn't get the 4th.
Dang.
And it still doesn't have the 4th. So
yeah.
God, I actually probably would have won if I got that. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. It's now time to hear from the NPCs before we go, Garrett, the non-podcast characters. Let's hear from the good sir first, who says, "Hey friends, welcome back. Quick one for you here. What are your top 3 most anticipated RPGs of 2026? For me personally, and there might be some crossover here with my Goonies answer, I'm most looking forward to, in no particular order, Escape from Ever After, Sacrifice, She Dreams Elsewhere, and then honorable mentions, Witchbrook and Hermit and Pig."
I've heard of She Dreams Elsewhere. I gotta look. You know what, good sir, you shout out the indie ones.
She Dreams Elsewhere is a 2021 role playing game that is finally coming to other platforms.
I see. Okay, I've seen this before though. Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Yeah, because it's been on PC forever, and Sacrifice is kind of in the same boat, which is why we didn't have them on our
I see
giant list of games.
Sacrifice. Let me just check that one out.
Yeah.
Oh, actually. Yeah, no, this isn't an older game yet, is it?
I believe
it's not
so.
an old. Sacrifice it's a new game by
initial release date 2023.
Really? From when? For what platform?
I don't know. That's why I don't know if I can trust Google on this one.
It says March 31st. I mean, like that's the Q1.
Well, clearly I'm wrong.
I remember this being a brand new game.
That would explain again why I missed it on my list here, because I'm like, I guess I thought this was an older game, but
yeah,
I guess not.
And then Escape from Ever After.
That's the Paper Mario one that we talked about.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
good set of games.
Yeah. I think so too. I love good sir bringing the indie RPGs here. So then what are our top 3 most anticipated RPGs? I've had time to think about it, so I'll go first. World of Warcraft Midnight. I mentioned it earlier. I'm very excited for that expansion and seeing where it goes. I would say the final unannounced Final Fantasy 14 expansion, because I love that. And then Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, because of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'll follow up with that. Yes, of course. Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. I'm very curious about what that's going to be like. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more information before the game comes out.
Yeah.
No doubt it's going to be fantastic.
It'll probably actually get its own direct.
Yeah, that would be, yeah, definitely. So that would be super cool. I think the next one, these were the top 3 in my Goonies as well. Just like, Mugenics is a big, I'm just so curious how well reviewed that's going to be. And the game, I've seen so much gameplay of that. It looks super cool. And then if it comes out, The Blood of Dawn Walker is looking like a Garret game. It's looking good. And it's also on a time limit. Did you know that, Ryan? It's so you have 30 days to save your family. That's kind of the premise of the game itself. So it is a limited time.
So you have 1 month from the time you start playing it till the game just decides it's over. You have to finish it. If you started at the beginning of January, you have to end it at the end of January. That's how
it's
that
not
works,
a real
right?
clock thing. It might be like a 1 hour or 2 hour. I don't even know.
I joke.
Like,
I
that'll
love
be
that.
funny.
That's the thing. Yeah.
But if Witcher 3 DLC rumor comes out, I'm just
I know
I'll
go
go
nuts
crazy
for
over
that.
it. Yeah, I'll go crazy over it. So there you go.
Nice. Well, next up, we got a question from Rybo specifically for you, Garret. Garret, what's the first big RPG on the new PC? And Ryan, when are you going to join us PC dweebs?
Great question. I have been playing The Outer Worlds 2 on my PC because it is a Play Anywhere title. So I just transferred my save over and been playing that. Oh, Ryan, it looks so pretty on the PC. Yeah. I even only have like a 4K 60 monitor, like 60 hertz. So I don't have like a super high frame rate or OLED or whatever.
But do you really need to play that game at like 120 frames?
When you have a PC like mine, absolutely. Yes, you do.
Okay. Fair.
I was looking up like the new monitors yesterday, and there's like a more like, you can get a 1440p, 27-inch, like tandem, like the new OLEDs. For like 500 USD. It's not terrible price. So I might go for that. But those 4K, I don't know. The one that Sean got, that's like double the price. I'm like, I don't know about that. But yeah, Outer Worlds 2 is a big RPG I've been playing on my PC. There's like, hold on, let me check the other games. I have I actually got Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 for myself over the winter break. So nice. I do have that on PC. I got the deluxe edition to have the season pass. I want to play that game this year, and I want to play on PC. So that's on the docket. And then I know Sean is playing Elden Ring later. Yeah, I want to hop in on that. I want to be like, okay, when you're playing Elden Ring, I'll play similar time frame. And see how that goes.
That might be honestly the best place to play Elden Ring because it runs terribly on just about every other platform it's on.
Yeah. And it runs it runs okay on Steam Deck. So if needed, I'll play a little bit on PC, a little bit on Steam Deck. Those are the big RPGs I can think of.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, on PC.
And Rybo, to your question about when I'm joining the PC dweebs, never, because I can't afford a PC. Please, I work in television. I can't afford a good PC.
You sell one of your Chocobo cards or whatever, and there you go.
I'm not doing that. Especially with the RAM prices, dude. With RAM prices the way they are now, I like asking me to join the PC crew now is unlikely. Yeah. I will say I will be playing World of Warcraft Midnight on PC because that game is only on PC. So that counts.
Do you play that on a PC, like a laptop?
No, I'm going to play it on the desktop I'm doing the show on right
now. Oh, I didn't realize you had a big.
Oh, yeah. I have like a desktop. I only have like a 3080 in here. So
I mean, only a 3080. You're still good.
I know.
Yeah,
Well, you say
you're
that,
good.
but I tried to run like the Pragmata demo on my PC,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
thought my PC was gonna melt. So
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I mean.
You got to run the graphics a little lower.
That's why
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah.
It's good for something like World of Warcraft, but not like newer PC games.
Got
And
it.
I just also don't like sitting at my computer and playing games too.
I
Because
get
like because I tried to hook it up to my TV, but every game runs at like 20 frames or less on my
Yeah,
TV
it's just
because
not
of the way.
optimal.
Yeah, exactly. Like so. If honestly, if there was a good way to do that, I would probably actually play a lot more PC games.
Well, you could, well, it's a little bit too far, but you could load in Bazite into your PC and then run games off of that. That's basically a Steam OS clone
Okay.
that supports NVIDIA GPUs. But again, that's a little bit too sidestep, I would think.
It's a little too out there for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if I could play World of Warcraft on my TV, like, dude, that'd be a game changer. But
Mm-hmm.
next up, we got Nagashaku, who says, Rybo and I are finally playing the 2025 Game of the Year, according to them. Claire Obscure Expedition 33. I'm only on Act 2, but I wanted to know who was in your main party. Should Male be in the party or saved for the reserve team? I never got to the point in that game before I put it down where I had other party members that to sub out. So, Garrett, I'm going to leave that for you.
Yeah, let me go. Let me look up the characters real quick. I just forgot their names.
I mean, they're all French. It's very hard to remember.
They're very French, yes. So basically, for the main party and reserve team, I switch around a lot throughout the game, and it just really depends on like which builds I want to do or whatever. I mainly had Mael in my main party, which is the youngest woman in the group, and she I built her. So you can build out these characters however you want. It gets pretty freeform. With Mael, I did super low defense, but super high offensive. So she'll get one hit in pretty often, and she'll die just because of I didn't put much investment into her defense.
Sure.
But if she parries back like multiple times, a boss will be done. Like it's so good. I'm like, yes. It feels so satisfying too when you do a parry and then you're like, okay, now this character is gonna go back tenfold against that damage, and it's just it's the best. So Maya was in that group. You got Lune, which is the magician. I had her mainly in my main party as well. And then Monaco was a wild card. That's the gestural. That's the weird creature with the mask. And then actually steals the monster's toes, and as he accumulates these toes or finger, I forgot exactly, like a part of the monster, he accumulates their skills, like their powers. So
so he's like a blue mage from Final Fantasy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That totally follows up with that. And then a great combination is Verso and Mayo. Those two together, their skills go hand in hand. One kind of is reserved and is more back like the first few turns, whereas Mayo is like very offensive. And so you can kind of play with their skills back and forth, which is really cool. There's a lot of dynamics with this one. Of course, there's Sael. That's the last character that is in the main group, and Gustav as well. But Sael, she has it has a scythe, and she's pretty cool. She goes back and forth between this light and dark power, and you kind of have to play off of that as well. So what I do want to say is Expedition 33, the characters and the build-outs are pretty cool. They have a major emphasis. There's a lot going on, though, with the skill trees and everything. But it's more like a freeform, do what you want. It's not like one answer fits all. It's, So there you go. I just want to explain a little bit.
It's like Burger King. Have it your way.
Have it your way. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. And then final question comes to us from Uncle Tim, who says, when are we all playing Mass Effect 2? So fun playing alongside Dr. Bland's first Mass Effect last year.
I shouldn't delay that. Especially if you played it with me, Uncle Tim, last year. It's been a while. It's been almost a year.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. I mean, I'm playing through Shining Force 2 right now.
Yep.
through commuting. So I mean, it's gonna be inevitable. Probably in the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna be done with that game.
Yes, I'd be
And
so
it's
excited actually.
yeah, it's been fun. It's been really fun on the commute.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like battle to battle. It's like yeah, let's do some strategy
Dude,
role
I
playing.
can't freaking wait
You
to
know,
talk to you about that game when you're done.
it's a good game so far.
Yeah.
But I imagine right afterwards we could do Mass Effect 2 or something along the lines of that. We'll see. We'll see what Ryan thinks.
I will mention,
Mhm.
I put it on my list of games to play this year
Mm.
that we will be playing it this year.
Okay,
So
there you go.
it's not a matter of if, but when at this point.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we can talk about that more. Honestly, I kind of want to play Mass Effect 2 along with you guys when this happens.
Okay.
Just like actually over the holidays, Garrett, I also was playing Shining Force 2. And I got like 2/3 of the way through before January 1st hit. So I just put it down.
You had to put it
That's
down.
actually the first game I'm going back to when I'm done. When I'm done Grand.
We might be finishing together on that game.
That's what I mean. Yeah. So like between that and so like I think Mass Effect 2 Uncle Tim, let's just say you won't have to wait long probably for us to play that.
I have to play on Xbox too because I played the first Mass Effect on Xbox, which is totally fine.
Yeah,
it's
you
totally
can't
fine.
transfer your save over to other platforms, unfortunately, which
That's
sucks.
okay. It's hooked up. It's ready to go on this monitor. So
yeah,
it's gonna basically look the same. It's because it's a remastered kind of thing. So
yeah, like I don't think they did anything specific on the PC version. Like it's just gonna look the same as the console version.
Yeah. So
cool.
Get excited.
Please be excited for that. And I think that's gonna do it, Garrett, for this episode of the RPG Cave. But before we go, we got to say thank you to all of our patrons. We're at patreon.com/carpool gaming. Started with our ultimate producers, Brennan Myers, aka The Winter Gamer, and Jonathan Brown. You can find all of his music over at his Linktree, linktr.ee/pme.jib. And also shout out to Yabi, by the way, who just passed 10,000 all-time plays in Canada as a milestone this morning.
Nice. Congrats on that. That's super cool.
Yeah, shout out to Yibi and shout out to Canada, of course. Our platinum producers at Benny, Smokin' Joe, the Captain in Tim Paullin, and our gold members, Adam K, Anna, Awesome Dave 1337, Brad Moore, Brian Reese, Cecily Carrozza, Dan and Luma, Dannohh, Emily O'Kelly, Hambone Jonny, John 32, Laura, Lagerwoods 330, Mr. Giggles, Peje, Stephen Keller, and Technical Michael. Huge thank you once again to all of our patrons over at patreon.com/carpoolgame. If you want to hop in the car with us, head over there, choose the tier that's right for you. And now, Garrett, let's go.
You can follow me on Blue Sky at Bland Explosion. You can find me in the Discord. I read and acknowledge every single message in the RPG Cave and the PC Gaming channel as well. I've been more active, of course, in the PC Gaming realm. You can follow me at Backlogged as well at Blind Explosion. I haven't changed it because I'm still playing those games, believe it or not. I'm almost done with Outer Worlds 2, Ryan. I'm like 50 hours in.
Goddamn. It's a long time.
I've been doing it. You miss so much, all right? Because there's some crazy side things. But anyways, we'll talk about that later.
But I wanted to blow up the town instead, just to get rid of all the side quests.
It's some good side quests. I don't care about the companions. Anyways, we don't have to get into this discussion.
We'll talk about it again at some point, probably.
Yes.
As for me, you can always find me on the Discord and on Blue Sky and on backlog.com and on Letterboxd at Ryan Turford, just all the same thing in all the places. Backlog, I've been especially active because I wrote reviews for Measure of Prime 4 Beyond. I rated Terminator 2D No Fate, which I played over the holidays. Nice. And then my two wheel games so far. Keylocker, which is actually a turn-based role-playing game, kind of like Expedition 33 with like the parry system.
Yeah, cool.
And then Trauma Center, which was a game I wish I played on the DS instead of the Wii. So there you go.
You need a stylist. You need a little pen.
The precision on the Wiimote was not great.
Terrible.
When compared to the DS, especially because like when I played Second Opinion is like a remake of the DS, like Trauma Center Under the Knife. So like that game was like designed around like the stylus, so it doesn't translate as well to like the Wiimote.
Sounds rough.
Makes me sad. But anyways, for Garrett Bland, I'm Ryan Turford. This has been episode 208 of the RPG Cave, and we're out.
Bye-bye.